Alright, you guys, it is a great day. So it has been 2 days now since I did the living room. Shelby actually cleaned up a lot in here too that night when she came home. One thing she had mentioned, she's like, one thing I don't, because we hate this floor. I don't like it at all. I believe I mentioned that in the other video. It's just, I don't like the skinny planks. I don't like the shade of the wood, which I know the color can be changed by sanding it and staining it and refinishing it and stuff like that, but I just, one, I don't want to do all that work. Two, there are so many bad spots on this floor that it would take way more effort than simply just sanding it down, which would be a ton of effort, and staining it and stuff like that. Plus, we have these areas, I would like to do an area in front of the door that's tiled. That way, it's essentially, it's a lot more waterproof than wood. When we come in with dirty, wet shoes from rain or, in the winter and stuff like that. So I would like to do a squared tile area in there. We have this area right here that needs to be done. But regardless, anyways, totally going off on a tangent here. Shelby was like, I don't like how much wood you see. And I was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, because the way we had it set up before, the rug kind of took up most of the area that you saw. There was just a little bit in front of the TV, and we had the dog bed over there, so it kind of broke it up a lot. And then I was looking at this, I'm like, yeah, most of the rug is kind of hidden, with the couch in this area, and then you got all this, and then all the wood into here. So I thought too, because I didn't like it, what I don't like about the rug being here is that it overhangs right there, off the couch. So I was like, what would actually be perfect? I'm actually going to take it and spin it long ways. That way it will it'll cover that area, but it'll also come out to here. And it just, there won't be this awkward little spot right here in front of the futon part or whatever you want to call this. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to get the table built today because I've got a bunch of stuff to do and it's getting kind of late already. That'll only take me 5 minutes. But let's talk about the kitchen. So this is the mess we're working with. And what I was telling you guys yesterday, the counter has a very slight slope. The wall just basically seems, I don't know what's settling and whatnot, but the slope is not as bad as this. What had happened was when I cut this edge, I cut the slightest angle. So when I put this flat against the wall, you can see it goes up, and just I follow that to keep all the tiles lined up, and it just goes up and up and up. So I'm going to cut my losses. I'm going to buy another pack as soon as they're in stock. I actually have another pack right here, so I might just do that now. I'd actually like to finish this wall, so I will do what I can with what I have left of this. I'll probably need 4 or 5 sheets just for this. But, so you can see where we're at here. So I added a new stud right here. So the bracket for the microwave, it goes all the way across almost. There was only that one, there's 2 studs right here and here that it was connected to, but this side all the way on the right, there was no stud. So there was literally nothing to support the bracket. So when the microwave was on it, it made it flex enough to where it actually kind of twisted. Even though it had a stud here and here, the microwave had enough weight on this to kind of flex it. And I didn't like that. It was perfectly sturdy. And honest to God, I don't think there would have ever been an issue. But I wasn't happy with it. In my eyes, it was a half-ass installation. I knew there was an issue, and, not fixing it would have just bothered me. So what I did is I put a 2x4 behind this wall. And it's really long, and it's, got multiple screws in it. So basically now I can drill through the wall into that, stud, we'll call it, which is, just what I wrote there, and I put, where to add it, so I knew when I eventually cut the piece of wood to put in there, I wouldn't forget. So now, right on this one, anywhere, I think any of these 3 holes will actually be in the stud. If not, maybe these 3, I don't remember, but you know what I'm saying? So there's not going to be any flex. It's going to be completely supported now. There's going to be 3 studs that it's in. With the drywall, I took a new sheet, I trimmed the back of it to fit around the little outlet thing that was right here that was making it stick out a little bit, and then I cut a separate section because those 3 random studs there were on a complete different, like, one was here, you know, like just a little tiny difference in each one. So if I would have screwed one piece of drywall in and I screwed it in over here, it would have just went like this and kind of cracked. So I did 2 separate ones. Went kind of heavy on the filler here. This is what I'm using, Drydex Spacking. So far I really like the stuff. It's pink when it's wet, it's white when it's dry and ready to sand. This stuff is taking forever to dry. I was really hoping to get this done today. With my random orbital sander, I can have this sanded in like literally 2 minutes. It makes quick work of it. And then I wanted to get a coat of paint on it. And hopefully, you know, like, I wanted to actually be painting like right now. That way a little bit later, you know, maybe in an hour or two, when the paint was like dry to the touch, I was actually going to mount the microwave back up. Even though I know the paint wouldn't be fully dry, you know, the only spots that would be affected you wouldn't see because it would be behind the microwave. But unfortunately I can't. So basically what I'm doing now is just waiting for this to dry. Going to sand it, put the microwave bracket back up, hang the microwave. Well, actually, no. I lied. Sand it, paint it. I'm going to paint, you know, just this whole area again. It literally take me like 5 minutes. It'll take me longer to mix the paint and get ready to paint than it will to actually paint. I basically just like, I had to feather the spackle, whatever you want to call it, out. I sanded it smooth. There was a couple like dips and like, you know, spots where there was like a little piece missing or like, you know, an air bubble. So I had to fill those in. And then I feathered out the edge a little bit more. So it's just kind of like, you really can't tell that there was anything sticking out. Like part of the wall comes out a little bit further than the other. Especially once we get the paint, microwave up, and the backsplash, you're not going to see any of this. Yeah, so that is where we're at now. Literally can't do anything else. I'm really mad at the countertop. Well, really mad at myself. You see like a couple spots like this. They're really dusty right now because I've been sanding. So, but like right here, this is when I was doing this. When I was doing this backsplash and I had that towel here, I was leaning, trying to, you know, like support my body and be able to make these cuts and stuff. And it literally just like, there's no difference in texture, which is what blows my mind. Like it feels the exact same. I could not tell you where it's at if I'm not looking. It's not soft. I tried to rub on him, nothing. So there's a few spots like that on the countertop. So this is definitely going to get replaced sooner than later. So I'm not too upset about it, but that is like one fatal flaw that I made. So, oh well, you know, you live and learn. So yeah, I'm going to sit down and stare at this stuff until it dries. Oh, well, hey, there's why I can't see. I am covered in dust again, as usual. So, I actually grabbed my sanding block with, I don't even know what grit sandpaper, to be honest with you. I know it's pretty fine and worn out. Okay, it's 320 and it's heavily used. But I was like, you know, let me see if, because with the orbital sander, like you're literally just going back and forth. Like you can't actually get a feel for anything. So you're just like, and you know, you see all the dust coming out and you're trying to keep it even. But sometimes, you know, you might be putting too much pressure like on the bottom or on the side. So it's like digging in one side more. And that's what I noticed when I kept sanding it down with that. I'm like, I end up taking too much off and then I got to do another coat. And then I take too much off and then I got to do another coat. So, I was like, you know, let me get my sanding brick or whatever and get some regular sandpaper on it. That way I can get like, you know, I can feel the wall. I can feel, you know, how the little arches or whatever you want to call it, like where the, you know, new pieces where it comes out a little bit. And that 320 that's worn out ended up taking it down beautifully, like really nice. You know, obviously it was a lot of elbow grease or whatever to get it to work, but it worked. So I got a coat of paint on there. I busted out all the paint stuff again, mixed it up for a while, you know, found a set of supplies to use. I used a foam roller, the same ones that I used the bin primer on the boxes. And I'm not a fan of a foam roller with, you know, the latex or whatever paint. I would get like half a roll, like probably a foot worth of movement, and then it was like it was out of paint. Like the paint would not absorb into it, so it was just like whatever's on the outside. It applied it really nice though. It was just 10 times the work, you know, like I would get half a line and then have to, you know, load the foam roller with paint again, and then, you know, do a little bit more. But it's looking awesome. Like there's a couple tiny little like pencil lead sized holes where I don't think the innermost part of the spackle stuff was dry, so when I went over it with the paint roller, like it picked it up. I just dabbed in there with the paintbrush though to get some paint in there. Really can't tell. Again, all this stuff is going to be under either the microwave or the backsplash anyway, so I'm not worried about the little tiny imperfections. Overall, I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm going to show you right now. Just know that the spots that look discolored are where I went a little bit heavier with the paint, because, you know, that, like I said before, that stuff really absorbs the paint, so I had to use a little bit more. Definitely going to go with a second coat. Probably going to go take a shower, you know, get ready for bed, and then by the time I'm done with all that, I will get the second coat on. But there it is. So I painted all that stuff up there. All this, like where my hand is, all, I'm trying to figure out how to move it on the camera. All like from here over is going to be microwave anyway, so you're not going to see anything from like right here to like, you know, right here. But, you know, I still wanted it to look nice. You know, if we ever take the microwave down for any reason or have to get a repair or something, you know, I don't want it to look trashy back there. It already looks stupid with that chunk missing with whatever the hell they did that for. But, you know, like I said, like those little patches looking things, that's just where I put paint on thicker and I painted it like twice or whatever you want to call it. So that paint's like a lot wetter than the stuff that looks like darker. That paint's probably already dry because it was like really thin. But yeah, I'm really, really proud of myself. I'm not going to lie. So basically all you're going to see on this wall is like from here down to here. And then all this is going to be microwave. You know, the microwave basically goes to right above the switches here. So the seam for the drywall, you can see it right there. That's going to be covered by the bracket. And then the bracket's covered by the microwave. So the microwave bottom is just barely above these switches. So, you know, it's something like that. So the switch plate will cover, you know, the little bit around there. And then the backsplash is actually going to go from here all the way. And I'm just going to, some people stop it like, you know, right at the end of the stove and stuff. I think it would look better if I just go right to the piece of trim here. Really, really excited. That is definitely 110% going to be done tomorrow. Like I said, I have enough backsplash to redo this wall right now, but I would rather finish this and then order another one when it comes in stock and then redo this wall. Not really a lot of work, but like huge progress in getting this done today. So close to having this kitchen back together. It looks amazing right now, but like once everything is in here and the stove is dusted off and clean, the microwave's up and clean, and like, you know, there's stuff on the counter and it feels like home again, it's gonna be amazing. Also today I've gotten more ideas for stuff I want to do for the house. Like I said, we're gonna do the living room ceiling with lighting. We're gonna do the ceiling in here with lighting. When I say lighting, I'm talking about like the recessed fixtures, the can lights. Gonna do in the utility room. We've got this old cabinet that's awkwardly placed, got an awkwardly placed dryer vent. Our electrical box needs some TLC. A lot of work, a lot of minor stuff in there, so that should be like a quick, like a weekend project probably. Bathroom downstairs is gonna get a lot of work, basically like an entire new shower. Flooring, like all kinds of stuff, you guys. So if you guys are interested in these videos and you're not my normal subscribers and you're checking these out, definitely go ahead and subscribe. I would appreciate it. You know, thumbs up is always awesome as well. Lots of DIY, you know, home stuff. Like I'm a normal guy just working a regular, you know, 9 to 5 type factory job, you know, doing this stuff in my spare time. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't have fancy tools. I don't have knowledge and experience doing this. I'm learning as I go, you know, so I feel like a lot of people can kind of relate to me. I'm not going to be like, okay, pull out your $700 tool right here and then take this $600 tool. And it's like, well, this job only needed $20 worth of materials, but I need $2,000 worth of tools. Nope, not here. So, okay, so I just hopped out of the shower. It's been probably like an hour, and you can see it's dried a lot now. There's a couple wet spots where it's kind of thick, but it looks amazing. Ooh, I got like butter all over my knuckle. I had some popcorn. So I touched up all the way around. Like I said, I got over there. Also, another thing I did, I went along the edge here, and you know, unfortunately I did get on the tiles, but these are getting peeled off anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But that just makes it so, like you can see over here, the top of the tiles, like you won't see those. Like when you're at eye level, you're up here. So like literally even sitting at the dinner table, you don't see those. But just to kind of clean it up a little bit, you can see, like you see some tan. What I did was I painted the gray color all along, so it just kind of like makes it blend in better. You know, just kind of hides that seam. So another little trick or whatever you want to say. But yeah, this is where we are at. I actually just emailed, because the seller of this stuff actually sent me like an email. It's like, hi customer, you know, how are you liking the product? You haven't left a review yet, yada yada yada. And I actually emailed them like, hey, actually, I need another pack, but you guys are out of stock. So, you know, hopefully they, you know, get the stuff in soon. Also, I don't know why I'm pointing at that. Sold my spray gun here. This is the back side that's Spanish or whatever it is. Paid like $110 for this on Amazon or something like that, like after tax. Sold it for $100. Win-win. So that goes down tomorrow. Super excited about that. That basically gets, you know, my or consider that, you know, 100% of my spending or whatever, 100% of my money back on that, which is really awesome, because that was money that I actually didn't want to spend. Now I just need somebody to buy the resin for the countertops, because that was about $70. Unfortunately, you know, not using that stupid countertop paint kit, that thing just went to waste. But we did use the base coat, so it's not even like I can sell it, I guess, unless I had some kind of matte paint put back in there. But we'll see. Maybe I can buy it from like the company, you know, maybe just buy a little quart of that stuff and then put it back in here and then sell this as a, you know, open box kit that's, you know, contains all the stuff. But we'll see. Just trying to, you know, trying to recoup some of the money. Like I said, this was a budget project, so every dollar counts. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.